Go time here in Melbourne for the first of our races for the final round here of the Australian Supercross Championships as they dive into the first turn. Nice sweeping left-hand turn it is right there. It looks like it could be Wilson Todd that actually got out to the lead first. Indeed it is, as they work through this first rhythm section here. One rider going down right there at the back.
Already a rider having gone down, you called it, Danny Ham, but Wilson Todd looking super clean at the head of the pack and leaping his way through the whoops, electing to jump. Caleb Barham back there in second place. Kingsford coming through now.
Also Crawford, the guy that is second in the championship. He is right on screen to the inside here, straight away, trying to make these moves happen, and in fact he does. Moves himself up one more place. Big triple into that quad section before that finish line jump and lead. That is a huge jump.
Some very fast lap times we're seeing from him earlier on, but he needs to try to make his way up through the pack.
Whoa.
Because a nice pass on Reed Taylor.
How was the aggression there, the determination by Crawford? We have been privileged all year long, Lee, to see this in the Motocross Championship, the way that Nathan Crawford is so determined. And I tell you what, compared to what we've seen in previous rounds, Lee, correct me if I'm wrong, this looks like a guy that wants to get this win under his belt tonight before this champion ends in 2023.
Just the intensity.
First podium last time out. Just looking here, a little bit of a tuck of front wheel. Actually touched that inside marker, maybe with the front brake that assisted that front wheel tuck. I like this, outside lines, different moves coming around the track. This track, Lee, is really offering a lot of different stuff for these riders.
Yeah, lots of different options here, and that's what you get from a slightly bigger size circuit. And I'd like to make comment, Danny Ham, you're wearing multiple caps this weekend. You're host alongside myself doing the television, but also...
It's daunting, there is no doubt. There was plenty of top riders looking at that, and I'm just keeping an eye on here. It looks like Crawford might be looking to sneak down the inside just behind this shot. Checking flag for the hit to the line. Look at this, up and over, and it's just Barham that's managed to hold on. And we'll get back to that topic of that freestyle ramp, but that there is a great battle between them two riders and really shows the determination.
So keep your eyes peeled on that #1 Honda machine as the gate drops. See if he gets one of his traditional starts. He has got so many hole shots this year.
Bikes are ready to go. He will launch out first. And again, as you said, that Honda's so quick out the gate, but it is Reese Budd, the 22 machine.
Cosford has gone down, and who is the other rider that's gone down? We'll try to pick that rider up there. It looks to be #2, Cole Thompson at the head of the pack, but Mitch Norris was the other rider to go down. But a great start, staying out of trouble in the first turn for Cole Thompson on board that Serco Yamaha.
So Lee, let's talk about where we see Max Anstey at the moment. Of course, this is not the ideal start for him. However, is this a good opportunity, seeing how Anstey basically has been running away from the start, just being that little bit aggressive and pushing up the inside?
Well, Ferguson is not scared of anyone. He's someone that he will definitely throw the bike in, and a nice little answer back there for the #1 machine. Max Anstey showing him who is boss, and he makes up another position there on the track. That will move himself up to 5th place. He's still got,
So this could set the scene, not just for Max Anstey for the night, but also these other riders. As you see, Anstey working on Reese Budd. He is much cleaner through that rhythm section this time, pulled up alongside and manages to hold to the inside, so he moves up yet another position. Wageman holding strong at the moment as Anstey searches for something different. On top of the whoops, a good skim line through here, straight around the outside. Who says skimming these whoops isn't the way to go? As Wageman jumps through there, Anstey blast past up into second place.
And that's just a rider that is just in fine form at the moment. Now, Danny, can you explain the difference between jumping through the whoops and skimming?
Half a lap left to go.
Well, I was just going to say, Danny, the problem is we're on the final lap, and I think it's a little bit too little, too late as he comes through the whoops for the final time. How is the whoop speed from Anstey? Finds himself all over the back of Thompson with 1 corner to go. I don't think he has enough time. Has a little bit of a sneaky look up the inside, but it is not enough. And the #2 of Cole Thompson will take victory in heat #2.
A great race there by Anstey, passing through the traffic to get to where he did. I can promise you there's some 450 riders back in the pits that have...
Keep your eyes peeled because we're in the starter's hands. What a jump we saw out of the inside. We'll try to pick up. Looks like one of the Yamaha.
Oh, no, Kingsford
has tucked the front and gone down. He's had a head full of steam. And rider Kingsford has gone down. There's a couple of Hondas at the head of the pack.
It was a very smart move by Anstey there as he dove to the inside and got up the inside of Wilson Todd, the 20 machine. So Anstey looking straight at home as they go into the whoops for the first time, bouncing their way through there. Thompson back there in third place on that Yamaha, looking to try and get a pass made early. But the fastest qualifier earlier on was the second place rider in Wilson Todd.
It's too class. Let's take a look at the replay of the first turn, and already a little twitchy move there for Kingsford, and then the front wheel just washed out.
And you can see up the inside there, Max Anstey, the number 1 machine, just tucking it in there nice and tight. On the back of this trio is the 199 machine of Nathan Crawford on the KTM. He is also very hungry to get himself a big result in this race here. Big crash here. Look to the 86 in the background here. Oh no, right there. Taylor, a lot of guys, a lot of trouble through them whoops tonight.
Took a big hit. Now, do you reckon it got a little bit of wheel spin there? Perhaps it made it that front drop into that next one?
Yeah, quite possible. You know it, Lee, when you get out of rhythm through something like these whoops, it can really bite you quickly. But himself up a 2.8 second lead over everyone else. And Lee, we both commented on this when we were watching him practice. Oh, that Wilson Todd was very quick through the corners, and he's going to have to pick up that pace because Thompson means business right now as he dove to the inside, and he nearly made that pass happen right there.
Yeah, that was a close one. I think he could have been a little bit more aggressive. It was kind of polite because he was almost there, wasn't he?
You can either look at it like he's done a lot of racing, a lot of time, he could be tired tonight for tomorrow night, but the way I look at it is actually a positive in the fact that you know how the track races, you get that rhythm, and there's just no rhythm like a race rhythm rather than going out and throwing a heater down and then you cruise around and then throw another heater. And so I see this being a real positive for Max Anstey to win his first World Championship and just come into the rhythm tomorrow and come out firing.
Happened on YouTube, watching around to the AMA Outdoors, and Anstey's in there on the 450 racing, you know, doing an amazing job.
Well, one rider going down.
Is that Caleb Goulet, I believe? Now, Danny, just wanted to quickly ask you, all of these factors that I just mentioned about, as we have a look at our replay here, and then, oh, he's already got no peak on, and he has taken another big hit.
Yeah, that wasn't a nice hit, but yeah, that was a tough hit. But let's head back down to Chad.
Yeah, guys, just on the Max Anstey thing that like Lee was just talking about, and what impresses me most about just watching Max out here tonight is the flow that he has. Like you guys said, it's just on from the very beginning. But for me, it's the rebuild of his Supercross career. You know, growing up in Europe and in the UK and doing the MXGPs, then going to America, somewhat, you know, failing there, and then going back to the GPs and rebuilding his career and coming to Australia to ride more Supercross at a different level. And I just see such an improved...
That has been able to really just focus on the results that he wants to get as far as wins and everything. You know, he gets a bad start somewhere, it doesn't faze him. He's straight into it. He's out at work, figuring it out, making those passes, and it's put him into this position right here. He's got to dodge some lap riders, though. I think that was
Jace Cosford.
Yes. Yes.
Just throwing up roadblocks in the middle of the whoops, and if there's somewhere that you want to deviate and have to miss someone, you don't want it to be through the whoops. These whoops have claimed some names tonight, Danny.
A lot of riders, absolutely, as I said earlier.
Has the poise of Max Anstey to be able to just prop and turn halfway through the whoops. That's brilliant.
Did not.
What an amazing feat, all the way from the UK, riding on board the Boost Mobile Honda. An amazing job, claiming the first of championships for this weekend. Your SX2 National Supercross champion, Max Anstey, lighting the candles here at Melbourne's Marvel Stadium. Second place coming through Wilson Todd.